Hey, this is Coach Carlos, and there was a time when that was allowable, and many of us today wish it still was. However, we can't do that anymore, but we still have bad boy behavior. I'm not saying that boys are bad, but we still have behavior that's unacceptable in the classroom. So what will we do? For that reason alone, we created Future Man Success Prep, a Tier 2 PBIS program that uses the tenets and the research of restorative practices, social-emotional learning, to help young men learn the proper behavioral skills for learning in your classroom.
I am currently teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th grade English, and it feels like I do a whole lot more than that, like every teacher I know. But I like to tell people that I teach my students how to love one another and how to love themselves almost more than I teach them English. There are days that I have to love first, and sometimes love only, and then teach English.
I believe it's very important to have a behavior specialist to understand that so they can see it from another perspective on how they could have handled the situation better. Instead of them getting suspended, instead of them getting out of class or whatever, try to get them back to refocus, to rethink, to redirect. Also a reset. Some of these kids just need a reset and they need a cool down. So once the reset is in place, then we can get them refocused and redirect them back to where they needed to be. That's in the classroom, so they can get their education.
I feel like the Future Men program assists in cutting down those behaviors, reworking a lot of the energy that goes in those behaviors, because the part of that program that I think benefits the young men in that age range, that 12 to 15, it motivates them to be proud of who they are and where they come from. And to have a positive image like that, they want to create that positive image everywhere they go, not just with Future Men, but they want to do that in the classroom too. They want to do that outside of the classroom too. And when you start to see that positive progress in one area, you want it to bleed everywhere. And so you see that and they get that positivity, that encouragement that I am going to be a man, I am going to be a leader in my community, and I'm going to be a positive influence in my community. And that can start right now, in the classroom, in this school, with my grades, with my behavior, with my relationships with people.
Oh man, Future Men was, it was mandatory that we bring it in here. So many issues that our young men come into school with that they bring either from home or from the neighborhoods and other places. And so it's important that we have such a thing like Future Men Success Prep to really give them options. Those 7 power moves are tremendously important, and they're able to internalize those power moves because we work on each one of them specifically for a week, talk through it, reflect, and it has essentially changed their mindsets around what's important to them, how to handle their own behavior so that they can really maximize learning.
This is how confident I am that you will be satisfied with the results from Future Men Success Prep. No other vendor will give you this guarantee. This is my Coach Carlos guarantee that if you implement Future Men Success Prep with fidelity, this PBIS program will work. And if in 30 days you're not happy and you've implemented with fidelity, there will be no charge. That's my Coach Carlos guarantee. 1, 2, 3.